Morning everyone, Kathy here from Easy Cookin', and today we're doing crepes. I should say my husband is doing crepes. This is one of his favorite things to make on a Sunday morning. If you're using about an 8 to 10 inch skillet, this recipe is going to make about 4 crepes. So right now, for your total ingredients, they're very easy. All you need is flour, 2 eggs, 3/4 of a cup of milk, and about a tablespoon of sugar. So he's got his 2/3 of a cup, 3/4 of a cup, sorry, 3/4 of a cup of milk. He's adding his sugar, and we're using we've got a little like a Ninja processor. That's what he's gonna use to incorporate all the ingredients. So we're gonna add 2 eggs to the milk and the sugar. This is his baby, that's why he's cooking. I'm just filming. And then he's going to mix that up. And also, how much flour? Half a cup of flour. Okay, so you've got half a cup of flour, 2 eggs, 3/4 of a cup of milk, and a tablespoon of sugar. Very easy.
If you want to make more, just double the recipe.
There you go. If you want to make more, double the recipe. Oh, helps if you plug in the mixer before you start.
Yeah.
And you want this to be really smooth. So he's going to add his flour. Half a cup of flour.
So we'll do 1/4 cup at a time.
Okay. Mix this a little bit at a time, just make sure it gets well blended.
Any lumps?
No lumps. Lumps are bad. You want it nice and smooth and creamy. So there goes our last little bit of flour. And we'll mix that in. And then we'll start heating up our skillet on the stove. Are we creamy and nice and no lumps?
Let's make sure.
Scrape the sides a bit and give it another blend.
Yep.
And as always, the boys kind of wander around, hoping that things are going to fall on the floor. Okay. That looks good. So we're going to pause. We're going to get our griddle heated up with a little bit of butter in the bottom. And then we'll start making crepes. We'll be right back.
Butter.
Okay, so we're back to the stove. We're going to turn our burner on to medium heat. Medium to medium high. We got it on our 6 setting here. I don't know if your stove's different, but medium to medium high. You want to use a good non-stick pan and put a good amount of butter or margarine, either or. He's using margarine today. And you want to melt that down. Get the pan nice and hot. He uses a ladle to measure out for his crepes. He uses 1 ladleful per crepe. So we're just going to let this melt down. We'll be right back.
It's going to make 4 crepes.
Yep. All right, so we just added just a little bit more butter into the pan because you want it to be nice and coated and, you know, have a good layer of nice hot butter in the bottom. And we're going to get ready to pour our first crepe. See how the butter's sizzling. The pan is nice and hot. So we're going to take 1 ladleful and spread it around the whole bottom of the pan. You're going to want to tilt your pan, make sure it's covered all along the bottom. And then we're just going to let it sit. You don't want to play with it too much. You just want to let it sit. And honey, how do you know when it's done? Or when it's ready to...
Well, you just give it a bit there and...
A bit is...
A bit... Well, you can sort of tell, and then you just try an edge.
So you check your edges and make sure that they're...
Because right now it's wet. That wet is because the wetness needs to...
the wetness needs to cook. Yeah. Okay.
You don't want it to be wet on the top.
And you can think of these as just, you can think of these as just really, really thin pancakes.
But much better.
Much better, my husband says.
Crepes.
If you like something a little different, try crepes. So we're letting this cook a little bit more. And you can do lots of things with these. My husband likes to use maple syrup on his. You can also, I'm going to do one for you with some strawberry preserves and a little bit of powdered sugar. You can use bananas, put bananas on the inside. I thought would be really good, maybe use some Nutella, spread Nutella on them with a little thinly sliced banana and roll it up. That would be really yummy. You can do this as a dessert with ice cream, like vanilla ice cream. That would be delicious. There's so many uses for these crepes, not just for breakfast. So he's going to check the edge. Oh, it looks like it's sliding around good. We're going to flip it. Very nicely done, honey. And you see how it's just slightly browned. Just slightly browned. You don't want it dark like a pancake. You know how you get that dark brownness with a pancake? You want them just cooked.
A little bit brown. I'm going to flip it again.
Okay. But he did a good job flipping. So we're going to...
You didn't drop it.
Yes, thank goodness you didn't drop it. So we'll cook this one up. And then we'll put you on pause while we do the rest of them. And then we'll be back to plate them up. But we'll see how this first one turns out. Sundays are our make breakfast day usually. You know, I did for myself. I made omelet this morning. Turned out great. I put a really thin slice of cheddar cheese in the middle along with some bacon bits. Did a 3-egg omelet and had some toast with some apricot preserves and a glass of orange juice. It was delicious. And hubby is doing his crepes.
Oops.
Oh, that one's not so pretty. Be careful. There we go. That's how it should be.
Yep.
That's how brown it should be. So we're going to get the other side just a little brown. And we'll finish cooking the rest of these and we'll be back to plate them up. Okay? Also, another thing to note, when you're between crepes, add more butter to your pan. Because you want to make sure that pan stays well buttered. So now we're gonna switch off and come back to plate these up. Okay, so we're back, and I'm gonna do a different one than my husband. I'm just showing you these can be a kid's favorite. You could even make these maybe for dinner one night, just for something fun, breakfast for dinner, or dessert. But you see how paper thin these crepes are. They're wonderful. And so what I'm gonna do with mine is I've got some homemade strawberry jam preserves, and I'm just going to do a little line of it down the center of my crepe. And then I'm going to take, I sliced up part of a banana, very thin little slices, and we're just going to lay them down in the middle with our preserves. I just wanted to do another one just to show you something different than just using some plain maple syrup, but these are just delicious. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it over and roll it like so. So it looks like a tiny little burrito. And then I'm going to take just a thin little drizzle of pure maple syrup. Whoa, right down the center, just a little bit. And I've got here is some powdered sugar. And I've just got it in my little sifter, and I'm just going to give it a light little dusting of powdered sugar. And there you go. That's ready to eat. We'll cut it open and show you how delicious. Look at that. A little bit of fruit, a little bit of jam, and it's just so tender. And we'll sample here. Too delicious. So there's my way. Now we're going to switch phones, and I'm going to let my husband show you what he does with his.
I have 3 crepes here.
So, my husband has the rest of his crepes, 3 of them. Remembering again, this batch makes 4 crepes. And just simply drizzling his with maple syrup. Very delicious. Doesn't take a ton. And it just makes a really good, easy breakfast. And there we go, rolling it up. Delicious. Delicious. And how do they taste, sweetheart? Oh, look at those layers in there. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That's a work of art. And it tastes
great.
Yummy, yummy. So there we go. Something for breakfast, something for fun after school snack, even for the kids with the fruit. And desserts, endless possibilities with our easy cooking crepes.
Ice cream.
Ice cream for dessert. Wonderful. Anyway, thanks for watching our video, and we'll catch you next time on Easy Cooking. Bye for now, everyone.